guys, how you doing? This is Ty, and I'm back again for another should you watch or not watch this movie. Is it worth your time, basically? All right, this time we're gonna go over A Quiet Place, day one. Oh man, this movie is interesting, guys. Like I said on the previous movie review that I just did a few days ago. Um, this movie is interesting. It's making good money in the theaters, but I think there is more so an anticipation than what really people really wanted, or a certain type of people. All right, so this movie, guys, I would say I was excited the whole year. Basically, actually, last year I was excited last year to see this movie, and I mean, every time I went to the movies, I was like, "Oh man, when is Quiet Place coming out? Oh man, I can't wait!" The anticipation in me was like, "Whoa, man!" It was so high, and I was like, couldn't wait to see what the movie's gonna reveal. So basically, it was a shocker. It was a shocker to me. I would say this movie was a big time disappointment for me. Big time. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's my opinion, guys. I could be wrong. Definitely, it's a disappointment for me, guys. Um, my anticipation for this movie was a lot more than what the movie gave. Basically, I would say, all right, my rating for this movie is a 3 out of 5, which is a good movie, but not a great movie. I would say this movie this is all right. Basically, it's for the person that wants their hearts to be tugged on. It's a heart tugging movie, basically. It's emotional movie, basically. It's focused mainly on people. It's not focused on like fighting these monsters and seeing what happened, the chaos and the carnage that these monsters did. You see destruction. Don't get me wrong. You see destruction in New York City. I mean, it is hard to see. It's hard to imagine it, but you see a lot of destruction in New York City. But what I really was looking for, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there is looking for, is I wanted the military to give it everything they got. I want to see jets fighting these things. I want to see gunships fighting these things, helicopters. I want to see tanks fighting these things. I want to see these monsters taking everything that the U.S. military can dish out and destroying the U.S. military. Basically, that's what I wanted to see. Also, I want to see people running like a Godzilla movie, like almost, Uh, and what I received was basically hundreds of people walking and screaming. That's basically the whole movie. It's just hundreds of people walking and screaming, and these monsters picking them out, just killing these people. That's basically. I'm trying not to ruin the movie for you. That's why I try to like wait for a little period of time before I do a review on this thing. But um, it's this movie, man. Ooh, it's a big time disappointment, guys. First off, let's see. The budget of this movie is $274 million. The budget is extremely high for this movie, and I'm very shocked that this budget is this high. I thought the budget was like less than that. And the director of this movie is Michael Charnowski. That's the director of this movie. The main stars is Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn. Basically, those are the two main characters, two main actors that were like mainly in the movie throughout the movie. Basically, it's focal point of this movie. Like I said, there's not much. It's not much about this movie. There's an annoying cat in this movie, also, guys. I don't want to ruin the movie for you, but it shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't have ruined this movie that much for you guys. If you haven't seen it, it's been like a week, a little over a week that this movie have come out already. Um, but this cat is amazingly quiet all the way through this movie, and like that's unnatural for a cat to be so quiet. Where these monsters they go after anything that's noisy. And at first I was looking, I was like, oh man, that cat's gonna be killed the first day that this thing comes out. But it's amazing that this cat would survive the whole. It survived a good portion of the movie. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but you see, you see exactly how far this cat survived through this movie. All right, that said, this movie is meant. for people that really like a well written movie that tugs at your heart and that will like not much fright, not much, not really scary. It's supposed to be like a scary movie a little bit, but it's not really scary. It's not really scary, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like a one or two scenes that you're like, oh man, this monster's gonna get them, you know. And you're like, oh man, I hope they can escape this monster. Oh, it's so scary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are these moments, but nah, it's not really scary. It wasn't really scary, guys. I would suggest anyone thinking about seeing this in IMAX. I mean, waste your money. Go waste your money and see it in IMAX. But it's not really worth seeing it in IMAX. Dolby maybe because there's a lot of screaming, a lot of buildings being ran over and everything, and cars being explode and stuff. And oh yeah, sirens off the cars. You hear a lot of sirens from these cars going on. If you want to see you hear it seen in Dolby, spend your money on that. That more better than IMAX. IMAX, I would say to you guys, don't waste your time in IMAX in this movie. Wait for a Godzilla movie and see the visual effects and everything from that movie. For the budget of this movie to be so high, I'm very shocked that they do not go into detail on the military fighting these things, the military all over the world, like what how they interacted with this monster, what in the world happened over the world. They just focus on New York. I really don't like movies at this scope. Just focus on one portion of the world. But I guess we definitely gonna get another one of these movies, Quiet Place movie, because it just came out and it's doing very well. I'm very shocked it's doing very well, but I think it's anticipation like I had from last year. I just couldn't wait until this movie came out to see a lot of mayhem and tanks firing and these monsters just tearing up tanks and tearing up humans basically. But this movie is not for people like me that like to see a lot of action and a little heart tugging too. It's for the person that wouldn't mind seeing monsters running after people and killing them, and then having your heart be tugged on a little bit later in the movie. Yes, that's for you. Go see it, please, and you enjoy this movie. For myself, I give it a three. It's a good movie because it's well written, so it was well directed. But the monsters, there's no need for monsters to be in this movie. It really no need to be the monsters. But I mean, it is what it is, guys. I was it's a not for me. If it wasn't for the anticipation, I would definitely rate this movie higher and be better, feel better about this movie. But my anticipation went down the drain when I saw this movie. I looked around and the audience, I think they felt the same way. They were like, they couldn't wait till this movie's over. I couldn't wait till this movie's over. It was drawn out a lot of times in this movie. It was focused on like details of the movie that tug at your heart basically. The human, the people basically. It's people focused. Okay, guys, I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I never thought I'd be this disappointed in a movie like this, but I am. So, guys, enjoy. I hope you guys have a good summer and like and subscribe and tell me what your thoughts are in the comments and get back at me, okay? And if you want me to review 2 or 3 weeks in the future or a week after, let me know, okay? I do it. I do those long like reviews later on, so I can tell you more of the movie, so I won't ruin the movie for you guys. Okay, but for this movie, it's a don't waste your time. If you're into action and stuff like that, if you're into like the heart tugging, go please see it. Take care, guys.